Greetings to everyone. We are about to embark on a very mysterious, very less known area in astrology, which we are usually prone to avoid because of all the technicalities in this subject, this branch of astrology. And today we have the pleasure, we also have the great blessing from the divine energy, who has sent us our beloved Guruji to teach us the various aspects, the nuances and the subtleties of Muhurta and Panchang. And I've been personally, as on a personal note, I have been following Shikha ma'am and William ji to restart this course because I missed it actually. So with great happiness and expectation and enthusiasm, let us kickstart this journey into the rather, I would say, enigmatic part of astrology called as Muhurat and Panchang, because these are very, very nuanced and subtle discussions that we have to pay attention. So starting from today, if I'm not mistaken, we are going to get our bearings, our compasses, and we're going to kickstart the journey, all of us. And I hope to see you all in the main session, which is upcoming in the near future, which has been detailed and which has been announced in the community. So if there are any doubts regarding the schedule of the course or anything, please openly ask Shikha ma'am in WhatsApp, or you can even ask here at the end of the session. She'll be here to guide you. And William sir,
yes, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Gurubhyo Namah, sir. Yeah. Thank you for this opportunity. We request you now to show us what this is all about. Eagerly awaiting your response. Yes, sir.
Yes.
So as usual, the discussion will be with mute all, no discussions in between, till Guruji has finished a major chunk of the topic. I hope you all agree. Thank you. Guruji, I'll be doing a mute all. So you'll have to unmute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please don't hand raise while Guruji is talking. Hand raises will be allowed later.
Hari Om. Gananam tva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamuvamastravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashanvano Devasida Sadhanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vaje Virvajini Vadi Dinama Vitraya Vadu Ganeshaya Namaha Saraswati Namaha Shri Gurupyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Bhagavatsvaha Tatsaviturvare Ennumurgho Devasya Medina Chodam Adityaya Somaya Glai Buddhacha Guru Shukra Sanibhyastara. Good evening, everybody. Okay, this is supposed to be the 8th class in Muhurta. So usually the first 2 classes about the introduction of the Panchanga aspects. So there are 3 aspects, Panchanga aspects. Then in the Panchanga aspect will be the time factors. So the Panchangam is yoga, nakshatra, karana, day factors, how you see it, how the synthesis. The first aspect of Panchanga is to choose a good Panchang Shuddhi. It's called Panchanga Shuddhi. So there's a lot of rules. 2 classes will go for how to choose Panchanga Shuddhi, how to identify Panchanga Shuddhi. Then there's something called Kala Shuddhi, the time factor. You have Rav Kal, Yamakanta, Gulika Kal. There are 5 types of Velas, different types of Velas, Dogati, Hora. You have many other types of Velas. We have even Panchapakshi. I'll be teaching Panchapakshi. Different type, even Chaugadiya, Shivapokti Muhurta, Brihaspati Muhurta, Bhargava Muhurta. These are all comes under Kala Shuddhi, how to choose an auspicious thing. So this is 2 parts, Panchanga Shuddhi and Kala Shuddhi. And then we blend it with the horoscope. So then you come to Graha Shuddhi. We look at the planetary positions. With the planetary positions, a good lagna with the rest of the planets. So the whole Muhurta is about Panchanga Shuddhi, Kala Shuddhi, Graha Shuddhi. So when to take Kala Shuddhi, when to take Graha Shuddhi is very important. You must know certain. So then you have the Muhurtas. You have the Shodasha karmas to start with. What is the moment of the child is in the stomach, from that to death. There are Muhurtas. Okay, and this most important, I just wanted to give you a gist of what is the Muhurta about. So I thought I'll do cesarean or marriage. Then everybody said, okay, marriage will be better. Caesarean is only rare. Everybody is not going to have a caesarean done. So caesarean is a different rules. You can't apply the same rules in caesarean. In caesarean, it's an emergency. 1 week, within 1 week, 15 days, they'll come and give. You can't choose Panchanga Shuddhi. Graha Shuddhi will dominate. A little bit of Panchanga Shuddhi, Graha Shuddhi will dominate here. In marriage Muhurta, it is it is Panchanga Shuddhi, Kala Shuddhi, then will dominate a bit of Graha Shuddhi. So the art of I'm going to wear a dress. What to say? I cannot be taking a good Muhurta. What I say, I'm going to purchase something day in and day, not small purchase. I'm going to buy immediate purchase. I cannot be choosing a Muhurta day. So in that, it is an emergency Muhurta. I just need to see Kala Shuddhi alone is good. So maybe certain factors are missing. So the different factors will come. Financial Muhurta is very, very important. In fact, Muhurta is like a remedial measures. But so whatever's there in your horoscope, if you can enhance it, make it better, you can harmonize with the available time, things are more better for you. You want to avoid an accident during a travel. When it is a dangerous travel, something has to go auspicious. When do we start everything? Everything will end up well. This is the art of Muhurta. Very, very important. So each Muhurta is very, very important for house building. Graha is very, very important. I have to start the building and it must end up within the given planned time. It should not go on for 4-5 years. So it is apart from the Vastu, the Muhurta plays a very good. See, Muhurta is like the womb of time. What to say? When I start something, there is a resonance, the frequency, and everything goes in harmony with it. It's very, very important. We know the secrets of time. See, there are many books, Muhurta Darpana, Muhurta Chintamani, many books are available there, but I think maximum 10 books are available. But what I say, you must know how to which to play, when to apply, what to apply, what not to apply. And you what I say, unless you have gone into it and applied it for thousands of horoscopes and practices over the lifetime, you will know when to apply Hora, when to apply. Is Ravakala important? In North, nobody uses Ravakala. In South, everybody uses Ravakala. So when do we use Ravakala? Matters when. Some in Kerala they use Guliga Kala. In Andhra they use Yamaganta. This is in part of North. Nobody knows Ravakala, Yamaganta, Gulika very much. It is only Dogati, or it is Hora, or it is Chaugadia. That is so each state has a particular importance. But astrologically, what I say, it is not about which state follows something. Which is the truth? Which do we have to follow? Which gives the most importance is very necessary. In fact, there is something about market also. When do I purchase an object? When do I sell? Or for share marketing also. If you understand this, you can apply it. So then, very big secret you need to understand from the basics. Foundation of Muhurta you need to understand. So if you understand it, then well, you will do. So I'm not going to teach you what is Panchanga Shuddhi, Kala Shuddhi. I hope you all have a thing. So I'm immediately straight away today. I'm coming to the 8th class of Panchanga. It's Marriage Muhurta. Usually first 2, 3, 4 classes will be the basics. After the basics, what is Panchanga Shuddhi, what is Kala Shuddhi, what are the different Kalas, what are the 2 classes for only the time to understand what different type of times are there. Then we'll go into example of all the Shodasa Samskaras to marriage, everything. So we are coming in between. So it might be abrupt. So I think all of you might have had what. So just people, maybe if you do not have, at least understand the terms. People who have a background of it will understand. Even if you don't understand, in the class, you will understand everything. So just take it like it is going to be a detailed session, like it's a part of the 8th session of Panchanga. So we move into, okay, see, first, before we enter into a session, we'll have to see before a Muhurta is selected. Okay, it's a very important. Somebody is running a good Dasa Bhukti. Are you going to get married in Saturn, Rahu, Ketu? Are you going to get married in a Shubha? It is very important. But an astrologer cannot select all that. He will come and give you, sometimes he gives you 1 month, 2 months, sometimes 6 months, someone 1 year, and he'll ask, please fix a marriage Muhurta. So let's say you have 6 months or 1 year, or sometimes even 3 months only it is given. So I can't choose, get married in a different Dasa Bhukti, Antar Dasa, Sadesat will be running. So you have very little thing, but just generally when somebody comes to, or you're fixing it for your own relations, your kids, you're sitting, generally Jupiter must be strong in transit. See, transit means only from the moon. Jupiter in 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, it is called Guru Bala. It must be there. It is not a must. Shukra Bala can be there. There are many other factors. But if it is there, it is good. Either one of them. It cannot be both for the girl and the boy. Muhurta for marriage is only for the girl. It is secondary for the boy. So remember, what I say, it can't be for good for the boy and the girl. Well, so it is primarily for the girl and secondary it is for the boy. Jupiter must not be weak. Jupiter must not be in combustion contender. Papakatri is it is avoided. Shukra naturally must be good. Try to avoid if it is Sade Satya Ashtamasani, but it is very difficult. There are some realities. Most of the Muhurta, they will be running some bad period. I know they'll be coming and asking, planet in the 8th, their marriage should have been fixed. They will come and ask. You can't say, no, get married next year. I can't say. Maximum, I can say maybe Ashtamas, like transit is, Saturn is going to move on March 28. So let's say somebody is running Kumbha Rasi or Kataka Rasi, I can tell them, have the marriage after March 28. That much only I can tell them. But not for all, no. So but there are people who have asked me also. So so if you can avoid Ashtamasani, Janmasani, it is good. But if he is just entered into Sade Sati and a girl is just already 27, I can't tell her after 7 years get married. So you just have to leave it. And sometimes Sade Sati will give marriage. If somewhere Saturn is the 7th Lord, in the 7th, aspecting the 7th from the Lagna mode, Sade Sati itself will give marriage. In that sense, don't worry. Or if Saturn is a Yoga Karaka also, Sade Sati will be good for, so it will not be bad. So generally avoids malefics in the 7th, 8th from the natal moon. This I'm telling about transit, not telling about Muhurta. Muhurta, the same rules will apply. So let's say somebody is having Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, Mars in the 7th or 8th from in transit, try to avoid. So before fixing a Muhurta, this one prior, maybe even Jupiter, you cannot move. They have come and asked within 6 months, fix a marriage. Jupiter is badly placed, but you have to fix. So at least come down to at least malefics. So Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, at least Mars, avoid. So you try how much it is practical. It's very, very important. Or any malefics are sitting in Lagna, you can avoid. This all depends on how much they're giving you time. Are they giving 1 year time means you can see all this. But they give you 6 months time, maybe you can wait. Sometimes they will give you next month I'm getting married. It's an emergency, what to do. Then you have to cut down all these things. So this is the prelude before you go into this. So we'll go into first marriage Shuddhi. It's called Varsha Shuddhi. I don't know if anybody has this patience to see all this, but this is what the classics have mentioned. Girls should be married in the even years and boys should be married in the odd years of age. It bestows auspicious and luck. For marriage, only it is based on solar months, I reckon, not lunar months. So solar months, Sun in Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Aquarius are very good. See this. See again, when coming to Muhurta, once you hear the whole Muhurta thing, it'll be so confusing for you. First, understand the rules. It'll be too much of rules. Then the art of Muhurta is not applying all the rules. What is practical? What is the most important? What is how much, depending on the time he gives us, how many rules can we apply? If he gives you 1 year, you can apply 70% rules. There is no spotless, perfect Muhurta. There will be some blemishes. There'll be some good things. So how many good? At least 60% Muhurta should be good. So there is nothing such as a spotless Muhurta. If he asks you within 1 month, you can accordingly you have to say. So the rules will be many. So you'll be confused. Are there so many rules to be seen for marriage? But what I say, it all depends on your luck, on how much you can give. Maybe for your kids, you can take all your time in the world to do it. Maybe for a client who comes and asks within 3 to 6 months, you can't apply much of the rules. So it is based on how much you can employ and how much you cannot do it. That is the rule. So usually Sun's transit 6 degrees 40 of Gemini to 20 degrees in Libna. That is Aridra to Swati marriage. So 5 months is gone. This is not possible, but this is what the classic says. So what I say, it depends. People will come and ask. So you cannot actually avoid. You can't avoid 5 months in the 12 months available. So 5 days before or after full moon day in Kartika month is supposed to be very auspicious. Uttarayana is the best day to conduct marriage, but you can't say most of the marriage in Dakshina Uttarayana both has. Then you have Luna. Sukla Paksha is better than Krishna Paksha. It bestows auspicious. So what is Krishna Paksha? Paksha is not the growing, not the waxing and waning of the moon. It is 7 days, 7 to 7, Saptami to Saptami. So Saptami, Shukla Paksha Saptami to Krishna Paksha Saptami is a bright off. This is all will come in basics. But I'm just giving you the rules. Last 5 tidis of Krishna Paksha is generally a problem. There's a big details. I will talk about what is Tithi. One 5-6 pages on only Tithi will come. So each that Uttarayana, all that will come in details. What are solar months in detail? But this is, I'm just giving you the principles now in this. Okay, generally which solar month? Once what is this? Generally marriage in my actually Varsha Shuddhi I told you Jupiter must be well placed. So Jupiter generally when Jupiter is transiting Maha Nakshatra, we know the Kumbh Mela is coming. Kumbh Mela is there are 4 Kumbh Melas. When Jupiter is in fixed signs and Sun is in Makara, Kumbh Mela is supposed to be celebrated in the 2 months of Makara and Kumbha. It is there, and each Jupiter into a particular Rasi is a Pushkarani. So you will know Jupiter is very there are certain Rasis where Jupiter is not good for marriage. When Jupiter is Nicha, that year is never good for marriage. When Jupiter is ending and in Maha Nakshatra, it is not good for marriage. It's a barren sign. I've seen people getting married in when Jupiter is in Leo, find it difficult to get kids. I have many in my own family also. So I can vouch if it is very true. In fact, I itself got married when Jupiter was in Leo. So then after finding the Jupiter's position, if we have a choice, if you are planning for your relations or close one, you can wait for Jupiter to come to exalted Jupiter's own sign, Jupiter's Nastira Rasi, and then get married. Avoid first Jupiter, and Jupiter must be in 2, 5, 7, 9, 11 from Moon. So you can fix it that way. Then we come down to the solar months. Usually Sun must be in 3, 6, 10, 11. So once the year is fixed, Sun is preferably in the 3, 6, 10, 11. In which month? So in the solar months, you have to avoid all the dual months are bad. All the dual months, including Libra, is supposed to be bad. In the lunar month, Chaitra is good. Vaishakha is auspicious. Ashada month, the first and 10th are suitable. Rest is bad. Again, in the lunar months, having these dual signs, it is not good. In Libra, middle marriage after 11th Tithi, bright half of Kartika is good. Then rest all it is good. Falguni is good, but Chaitra it is not suitable. This you will have to, based on the lunar solar months, you have to choose a day which is good and bad. There are a lot more about lunar and solar months. I'll be telling in class what is lunar months. Many other Shankranti and many other factors you all need to know what is a month about. So this is just a broad indication for marriage. So Tithi. So Tithi we'll have to choose. Once a month is chosen, the day. The day is not this English 1, 2, 3 day. A date means it's a Tithi only. So it is 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 11th, 13th Tithis. Rikta Tithis are avoided. New moon, 14th Chaturdasi, first Pratipada, and full moon are inauspicious marriage related activities. However, the full moon in Kartika lunar month is very auspicious in marriage. Within 4 months of marriage, if Shraddha Tithi is coming in a family, then you are not supposed to do it. So the yearly Shraddha, not the monthly Shraddha. The monthly Shraddha will be coming. So you need not worry about it. Whether it's the Shraddha must not be very close to the, you should not think somebody is born in Amavasya, don't 2 days either way, you don't fix a marriage date. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are auspicious. Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday are avoided. Again, this depends. In case the day lord is strong, even Saturday and Sunday can be chosen, and even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday can be bad. Let's say if Mercury is debilitated, I can't choose Wednesday. If Jupiter is combust, I can't choose Jupiter. So it depends. These are very general things. I'll be teaching you to find out when a day is exactly strong. So it depends on your horoscope and depending on the strength of the planets to choose the day. Siddha yogas falling on Saturday and Sunday can be chosen, but Tuesday and Rikta Tithi is avoided. There is something called synthesis. It's not the Tithi Yoga Karana also. Certain nakshatras, certain Tithis falling on a particular day. Generally, a nakshatra is good. Generally, a Tithi is good. But on a particular day or a nakshatra, day synthesis can be very, very good, called Sarvasiddhi or Amrita Yoga, or it can cause Dagda Yoga or Marana Yoga, or it can be very dangerous. So it depends. You might think Panchami is good, Friday is good, Nakshatra Rohini is good, but in combining on a particular Tithi, these can become poisonous. There's one combination called Madhu, Sarpish, Hala, Hala, and many poisonous things. Even 3 auspicious can become. So singularly being auspicious, in a combination, all of them can become malefic. So you should know in what synthesis a very good nakshatra, a very good tithi, and a very good day can become poisonous also. So this is very, very important. Which tithi, singularly, you must know which is good and bad. Then you must know combined in combination, they can be more good or they can be very, very bad. So generally for marriage, the fixed nakshatras, we call it the sthira nakshatras or durva nakshatras. So there is a nakshatra classification of each nakshatra onto different levels. Mridu nakshatra, Ugra nakshatra. So I'll be teaching class how the nakshatras goes. What different classifications nakshatra does. Nakshatra Devata based, nakshatra classification, which nakshatra is based. On all this, there's some sound basics you need to know. But generally, Marriage Muhurta, Rohini, Mirgasesha, Maga, Asta, Swadi, Anuradha, Revdi, Uttra Palkani, Uttrashara, and Uttra Bhadrapada. These are all Sthira nakshatras. Usually for any stable matters, these nakshatras are very good. So this forms most important factor. Then there are many other, in this itself, it is there. I'm not going into it, but I'm giving you the basic Panjanga. This is based on Panjanga Shuddhi. So these are called Panjanga Shuddhi. The first Panjanga is the nakshatra, the yoga, the karana, all that must be good. Okay. One thing, so Pushya is the deepest nakshatra for any other matter. It is ruled by Brihaspati. It's not ruled by Saturn, it is ruled by Brihaspati. But when it comes to marriage, Pushya is supposed to be very bad because there is a Puranic story when Brahma's daughter got married in Pushya and she became a widow. So it is cursed. Again, there's one more thing, Uttra Palguni, most of the gods got married. So, but Sita got married, and some people say Uttra Palguni is bad. Damayanti got married in Abhijit. So they say Abhijit is not very good for marriage. Devigi, was born on Mula. She gave birth to Lord Krishna. So Mula is taken for marriage muhurtas. Though I will personally say Muhurta is not, Mula is not a very good nakshatra for marriage. But then classics mention Mula for marriage. Daksha Prajapati with Kashya Prajapati, they got married in Makha. So that's the reason even a Pitru Nakshatra is included for marriage. Otherwise, Pitru Nakshatra marriage is generally Maha is not good. It is giving you a reason why certain stars are included and excluded. There are a lot of stories for each Nakshatra. Okay, then we come to Kala Shuddhi. We saw Panchanga Shuddhi. First, most important, Panchanga Shuddhi. The Panchanga, the 5 factors must be auspicious. What are the rules for choosing? That is there. Then we come to Kala Shuddhi. I shall just mention you some of the Kala Shuddhis. What is a Dogati? Dogati means it's based on nakshatra. All the 27 nakshatras rule in the day and night. Like the Dogati, Abhijit is part of Dogati. Your Brahma Muhurta is part of Dogati. So 15 day Muhurtas, 15 night Muhurtas. So mostly the most auspicious, even more than Hora, is Dogati. So it must have a very auspicious Dogati. Then there is something called in marriage called Panchashalaka Veda, Utpada, etc. must not be present in Dogati. The nakshatras must be second, say Tarabala nakshatras, Tarabala, Chandrabala. So the nakshatras preferably 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 and the octaves must be chosen. The nakshatras which do not have Tarabala is that 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, 9th, 10th and 19th nakshatras from the Janma nakshatra and the octaves. Generally, Yoga, Ganda, Adiganda, Shula, Vaigata, Vyatipada, Vaidridi, Pariga, Nindra, and Vishkumbha, Nitya Yoga is shunned in marriage. In Karana, Bhava, Balava, Kaulava, Taitilya, Ghar, Vanij are suitable Karanas for marriage. Then there is some people in North, many people get married mostly in the night. And in Andhra, they get married. And in South, it is mostly the different opinions in the classic itself, day or night Muhurtas. Cancer Lagna is inauspicious in the daytime. So don't fix Cancer Lagna in the daytime. In the nighttime, it's good. Marriage must not be held any of the Gandanda Paksha, Ridu, Aina, Mas. Gandanda means when these are going to finish or a new one is going to start. Like 14th of Jan is supposed to be the month starting. So it is a starting part. It's called it's a Gandanda. So any of these finishing periods of a Paksha, Ridu, Aina, and Masa, any ending period of any of these factors or the starting period, don't keep a marriage. So it's very important to check up. You don't fix anything in the starting ending period or anything. Okay. transit I've already told you. So with it, I'm just mentioning, apart from the girls in a even yes, boys in odd yes, Tribala Shuddhi, Jupiter in 257 line. And the girls, sun must be in the 3, 6, 10, 11. For girl, it is, this is called Tribala Shuddhi. You have the Jupiter strong and the sun strong. It's called a Tribala Shuddhi. And the moon should be strong. So when Jupiter, sun, and moon are powerful in Muhurta, any Muhurta, in marriage Muhurta, it is called Tribala Shuddhi. Jupiter, this is in transit. I'm not talking about Muhurta. Then we come to emergency Muhurta. So suddenly, most of the marriages I've seen, it's only 3 months, maximum 6 months. Very rarely somebody comes and asks me a Muhurta for 6 months. And most of the Muhurta, you know how they ask me? US Muhurta, people is getting married in US only Saturday, Sunday, or Sunday. Give me a Muhurta in any of the Sundays, but they'll give me 6 months. So I'll have to see a good Muhurta only on a Sunday or a Saturday. There's no month in India, it's not a problem. But abroad, I've seen only Sunday people will come. Nobody in US or foreign countries will come on a Monday to Friday. Nobody will come. So the Muhurta, I must select a Muhurta only on a Sunday. So you will have these kind of problems happening. So I have to see a good Muhurta and a good Lagna only on a Sunday. So when emergency Muhurtas within a month, somebody comes and asks, what can you compromise, what you should not compromise? Some rules. So maybe you can come down on certain rules. And Jupiter is not in 2, 5, 7, 9, but Jupiter is in Cancer, Sagittarius, Pisces, Aries, Scorpio, or in own exalted Navamsas. Okay, with the puja to the sun, moon, and Jupiter, marriage can be performed. Jupiter in Capricorn or in enemy signs, Taurus, Libra, Gemini, Virgo, without Guru Bala, it is generally inauspicious. Jupiter must not be in Adichar, must not be retrograde, even if it is in 2, 5, 7, 11. Notice when they are Ajitya at retrograde, marriage is generally, even as emergency, don't do it. It is not good. Tara Bala must exist. Even in an emergency marriage, it must exist. Ashtavarga Shuddhi must be present. Moon must not be in Veda, or the 21 doshas must not be present. I'll tell you what is the 21 doshas for marriage. After Panchanga Shuddhi and after checking for the 21 Mahadoshas, an auspicious Lagna must be chosen. So this is the rule. How do we check a auspicious Muhurta for marriage? In Nakshatra Muhurta, Karan is more effective than Tithi. Day is more effective than Karan. Nakshatra is stronger than day, but rising Lagna is stronger than Nakshatra. So this is very, very important. The rising, if you see this compromise, you can't have all. What I say. So if the Lagna alone is very, very strong, very, very auspicious, it will counter every other defects. You might not have a good Tithi or something, but then you don't compromise on the Lagna. So you must know which to compromise. Let's say somebody forces you and say, I'm going to have to get married on an Ashtami, on a Saturday. Don't okay, doesn't matter what you say, but don't compromise on the Lagna. So Lagna alone, keep it strong. I've seen marriages like it. No, sir, I have to get married only on this day. No other way. It's all come to that particular. The boy said fixed it, girl said fixed it. But then what I say, just fix it on the Lagna, should be good. So what are the rules for Lagna? Gemini, Virgo, Libra are the most auspicious. Benefic, all benefic are the most auspicious Lagna. All these are not my preferences, all taken, culled out from the classics. I'm just giving you the classic version. None is my own personal, it's not my personal thing. The summary of it, how I understand it, is my version. But most of what I'm giving the rules is absolutely from Muhurta Chindamani, what is it, Kala Prakasika, and all these about 20-25 books I have, all of them. Taurus, Cancer, Sagittarius are next best. Capricorn and Aquarius is the last choice. An auspicious Lagna is left out if it does not coincide with an auspicious Dogati. So it is very important. The Dogati must be auspicious. Once you identify a Dogati, try to fix a good Lagna in a Dogati. Dogati will be for 48 minutes. Dogati, 24 minutes is a Gati. So Dogati is 48 minutes. So an auspicious Lagna coinciding with the Dogati. It's very, very important. The Muhurta Lagna, the moon, and the Muhurta Navamsa Lagna, all three must not be in mobile signs. Marriage is fixed ITG. So what I say, the first thing is auspicious Lagna, preferably a fixed Lagna, and avoid a mobile Lagna. Even if it is a mobile Lagna you're fixing, at least the Navamsa Lagna must be stira. So somewhere the fixed aspect must be there. Unless if it is a Vargottama Lagna, Aries and Cancer are acceptable. So it must be Shubha, it must be fixed, You can't, there most of I've seen Diwali Muhurta, please Rishabha Lagna, keep it. Saturn, Rahu, Kedu, last a few years we were sitting on Rahu, Kedu. Blindly they will say, it is not a fixed Lagna with Rahu and Kedu. Naturally, if it is a fixed Lagna, you must have a benefic there, no malefic sitting there. You can't simply blindly apply fixed Lagna with malefic. Kumbha Lagna it's a fixed Lagna. You can't fix Kumbha Lagna because Saturn is sitting there. So you must apply. Don't apply them blindly. You must not have a malefic there. The lords, there are more. This is general laws. These lords must be strong. The lords of these Lagna must not be in 6-8, must be in a Kendra Kona, exaltation own sign, or must not be nature. So so you have to take it accordingly and understand it properly. Rishabha Lagna, what is it? Shukra is Nicha. You can't choose Rishabha. So you'll have to see accordingly. Cancer moon is exalted, Cancer is better. So you will have to see all these rules, and sometimes you can come down to Capricorn also. Though it's the last choice, Capricorn, Saturn is strong, Jupiter is aspecting Capricorn. So Capricorn is more better. You have to understand it very, very correctly when choosing a Lagna. Just because classics have mentioned these Lagnas, Gemini, Virgo, I'm going to, if I get married in Gemini or Virgo, Libra, marriage is going to be good. Even if I have Rahu sitting down there, or even if I have the sign Lord badly placed, it is not that way. The planets in the Lagna, the Lord must be strong. So a Lagna means goes with the Lord and the planet sitting with it, or it should not be in Papakatri, all that goes into it. I'll explain in class all these about Lagna Shuddhi itself is a big detailed topic how to go. This is just I'm giving you in marriage how important is marriage Muhurta, the Lagna is important. In the daytime, Gemini and Pisces are the best Lagna. At night times, all Lagnas are good. But in daytime, having a Gemini and a Pisces are very auspicious. In the daytime, Cancer is not very good. So this basics should be kept in mind, including the planets in Lagna, and the Lagna Lord should be strong. There is a big detail about dumb signs, blind signs, lame signs. This in full detail I'll have to give you. So what is, you are not, a Muhurta is not to be kept on these. These must not be the Muhurta Lagna. Masa Shunya Lagna and Tidhi Shunya. A particular day, a Tidhi will give a Lagna as Shunya or Dagda. You should avoid that. 3, 6, 10, 11 sign as Muhurta Lagna from the Janma Lagna or Janma Rasi is auspicious. So it is very important Lagna not to fix a Lagna 6, 8, 12 from your Janma Lagna. It's very, very important. It's not to fix a Lagna which has Rahu, Kedu, Saturn, Mars sitting there. So it is just not these auspicious Lagna. There's one more rule of not fixing it 6, 8, 12 from your Lagna. Preferably 3, 6, 10, 11 or Kendra Kona. Okay. First is 3, 6, 10, 11. Next is Kendra Kona. Definitely not 6, 8, 12. Definitely not where your Lagna as a Nicha planet or malefics. Lagna occupied or aspected by beneficious auspicious in natal chart and in and in the Muhurta chart. Avoid Janma Rasi, Janma Lagna of the couple as the rising sign. Very, very important rule. Don't fix the Janma Nakshatra of the girl or the Janma Lagna for the rising. So it must not be the same Janma Lagna. Avoid 4th, 8th, 12th signs either from Janma Rasi or Janma Lagna of the couple as the Muhurta Lagna. They don't even say 6th. It's only 4, 8, and 12. The 8th house of the birth chart and Navamsa chart must not occupy Muhurta Lagna. The 8th of the Navamsa also must not become the Muhurta Lagna. It's not the 8th of the Rasi chart, D1 chart. The 8th of the D1 and the D9 must not be the Muhurta Lagna. Marriage in Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Libra Navamsa as a Lagna is extremely auspicious. Last Navamsa of all signs to be avoided in Muhurta. Vargotma Navamsa are auspicious, but Vargotma Navamsa of Libra and Capricorn are not suitable. Navamsa Lagna having natural malefics is avoided. Avoid a malefic or moon in Navamsa Lagna. Avoid malefic signs in birth chart as the rising Muhurta or Navamsa Lagna. Avoid moon Lagna and Navamsa in Papakatri. So this itself needs a lot of discussion for you to understand the concepts. So because I've not told you some of the basics. If you know the concept, this will be easy, but you have to understand and catch it very, very correctly. Very, very, you have to read this particular page a lot of times. Okay. Then it just doesn't stop with that. You will have to use the Tregan also. The first, middle, last Trekanas of mobile, fixed, and dual signs are auspicious. The Sarpa Drekana, the Pasha Drekana, and Niketa Dekana. These are to be avoided. So when you fix a particular Lagna, which is 2 hours, the 2 hours, just check up it does not coincide with the Sarpa Tirekana, Pasha Tirekana, Nikata Tirekana. So this is very, very important. What I say, the Muhurta does not coincide, but these are all part of classics. There's nothing of my version. Everything from the classics, I'm not giving my Varga knowledge all into it. Shad Varga Shuddhi. Lagna Shuddhi must be present in Shadvargas, Rasi, Hora, Tregana, Navamsa, Dvadas, Trishamsa. Generally, Hora is stronger than Rashi, Tregana is stronger than Hora, Navamsa is stronger than Tregana, Dvadasamsa is stronger than Navamsa, and Trimshamsa is stronger than Dvadasamsa. But for marriage Muhurta, Navamsa is the strongest Shadvarga. So you don't break your head with many of these Vargas. Yes, D1, D3, D3 just avoid the malefic Vargas. D1, D9 must be strong. So naturally, when you fix a Lagna, the Navamsa Lagna must not be 6, 8, 12 from the D1 Lagna. Somewhere a Stira factor must be there, an auspicious Shubha Lagna with a Stira Lagna. This is the concept. So maybe if I'm not able to fix up depending, see, mostly marriages are generally in South, it is between 6 and 9, 6 and 12. Maybe in the north you have night time, you have, even then there is a fixed time. So you see it accordingly. So it's very important. It is a Shubha, and the Navamsa also must be Shubha, preferably fixed. In marriage, for the longevity of the marriage, Stira must be there. So how much of Stira factors are there with a benefic in Lagna and avoiding a malefic in Lagna? This is very, very important. In fact, in my experience, more than the Panchanga Shuddhi and Kala Shuddhi, the Lagna Shuddhi is the most strongest. It's very difficult to get a Panchanga Shuddhi itself, very rare. Kala Shuddhi, maybe I can avoid Ravkale, Maganda, Kulika, something you can avoid. Maybe a good Hora, a good Dogati, but Lagna Shuddhi is very, very important. The crux of a good marriage is in the Lagna, the art in D1 and in Navamsa, and avoiding a bad Trekana. It is very, very important. You fix up and find a very, very good Lagna. Yes, in a fairly good with Panchanga Shuddhi and avoiding difficult Kala Shuddhi, it is very important to fix a Lagna. Graha Shuddhi. So what are the Grahas? It's not Lagna alone is good. You don't fix a Muhurta just based on Lagnas. There are certain planets which must be good. Malefics in 3, 6, 11 houses and benefics are good. In quadrants or trines is good. Moon should be in 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. Moon must be alone and with no planets in 7th from it. Moon in Cancer, Taurus, friendly signs, and Vargotma sign, it's auspicious. Moon, it must not be in 6, 8, 12 houses. Next, after Moon, Venus is very, very important. Good houses for Moon, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11. Shukra must not be in the 7th. Avoid Venus in the 7th, Mars in the 8th. This is one of a very big dosha. Shukra in the 7th and Mars in the 7th. It's called Bhrugu Saptama and Guda Ashtama. Avoid Mars, Sun, Moon, Saturn, Rahu in Lagna. Avoid Venus and Lord of Lagna in 6th. Avoid any planet in the 7th except Mercury and Jupiter. Avoid Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Mercury in the 8th. All these are not transit in the Muhurta Lagna. Avoid Venus in the 12th. So this is very important when fixing a Lagna. After fixing an auspicious Lagna, the planetary positions must be very, very important. Chakshu Shuddhi. It's something is called Tatishka dosha. Malefics in Lagna will cause Marma dosha, resulting in death. Malefics in 5th and 9th called Kandaka dosha, destruction of family. Malefics in 4th and 10th causes Shalya dosha, is fear from government or authorities. Malefics in the 7th called Chidra dosha, is destruction of sight. In a Muhurta chart, Sun is the husband, Moon is the wife, Mars is the wealth, Mercury is the comforts, Jupiter is the sons, Venus is Dharma, Saturn is the comforts of the home. So in the Muhurta chart, the planetary meaning is slightly different. It's not Venus. Moon is the wife, the Sun is the husband. So where you place them matters a lot. And very important disposition. Shaptama Suddhi, vacant 7th house. Avoid Gudashtama dosha, Mars in the 8th. Avoid Venus in the 6th house. Avoid Ashtama Lagna dosha. Ashtama Lagna dosha is Lagna must not be in the 8th from the birth Lagna. Navamsa Lagna must not be in the 8th from the D1 Lagna of the Muhurta chart. Auspicious planetary positions. Sun in the, so 3 malefics in 3, 6, 10, and 11, and benefics in Kendra Kona. Sun in the 11th is excellent. Vargotam Lagna is very good. Moon in 3, 5, 6, and 11. Even moon in the 6th is very good for Muhurta. Benefics in Kendras. Muhurta Lagna or Navamsa Lagna, Lord in the 11th house is a very, very good aspect for Muhurta. A benefic or in one sign or exaltation aspecting the Muhurta Lagna. So Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, anybody aspecting the Muhurta Lagna is very, very good. Sun in the 11th in daytime with moon in the 11th in nighttime is extremely very auspicious for Muhurta. So then you have something called Udaya and Ashtashuddhi. Gives happiness, prosperity, and longevity in marriage. Muhurta Lagna, there's a basic rule. What is Udaya? Muhurta Lagna, Lord, aspect or is in Lagna. So it's very important. The Lagna Lord somewhere associates with the Muhurta Lagna is supposed to be Udaya Shuddhi. Navamsa Muhurta Lagna is in Lagna or aspects Lagna. Muhurta Lagna of D1 aspects the Lagna and the 7th Lord aspects Navamsa Lagna. Lord of the 7th house aspects 7th Lord. It's a simple rule. The Lagna must be connected to Lagna. 7th Lord must be connected to 7th or vice versa. This is the meaning of Udaya and Ashtashuddhi. D1 Muhurta Lagna aspects D9 Lagna and the Navamsa Lagna aspects D1 Lagna. A friendly planet at the Navamsa Lagna is aspect, or if the lords are not aspecting, you must have a friendly planet aspecting the Lagna or the Navamsa. Navamsa Lagna Lord or its friend or a benefic planet is in the Navamsa or aspects. So next rule will be that there is a planet aspecting or sitting in Lagna or Navamsa. This is called Udaya Shuddhi. Atta Shuddhi. Navamsa 7th Lord in own or exaltation sign. Navamsa 7th Lord aspects 7th house in Navamsa. Lord of the Muhurta aspects Lagna. Lord of the 7th house in Navamsa aspects 7th house and 7th Lord. Navamsa 7th Lord aspects 7th house and Lagna Lord aspects 7th house. So there is an interconnection of 1 and 7, 7 and 1 into 1, 7 into 7, or 7 into 1, 1 into 7. Somewhere there must be a mutual connection. Or a benefic must be connected to Lagna or 7th house. This is very important, called Udaya Ashtashuddhi. It adds significance and power and strength to the Muhurta Lagna. Okay, there are some certain special yogas for marriage. Mahendra Yoga. Jupiter in 1st, Venus in the 8th, Sun in the 11th gives all kinds of happiness in marriage if Mercury is not combust. Vishnu Priya Yoga. Venus in the 1st, Jupiter in the 10th, Sun and Mercury in the 11th gives prosperity and joy in marriage. Ardhanari, Venus in 1st, Jupiter in the 11th, 8th house vacant bestows mutual love and devotion between the couples. Bhagavata Yoga, Jupiter and Venus in 2nd, Sun and Mars in 3rd, Saturn in 6th, Moon in the 11th, husband will be prosperous. Dvaja Yoga, a benefic in Lagna and 8th house having malefic except Mars, the bride is loved by the husband. Anand Yoga, Kanya Lagna with Moon, Jupiter in the 3rd, Venus in the 5th gives comforts to the couple. Srimati Yoga, Venus in the 2nd, Saturn in the 6th, Sun in the 8th, Jupiter in the 12th gives happiness and affluence. Samudra Yoga, Venus in 1st, Mercury in the 2nd, Jupiter in the 4th, Saturn in the 11th confers all kinds of happiness. Dhanadya Yoga, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, Venus 2nd, the bride gets immense wealth. Shiromani Yoga, Venus in the 5th, Sun and Saturn in the 6th, Jupiter in the 10th, and Mars in the 11th bestows all happiness to the couple. Mahavishnu Yoga, Mars in the 3rd, Jupiter in the 6th, Sun in the 10th, and Mars in the 11th renders all success and comforts. Pushya Yoga, Saturn in the 3rd, Jupiter in the 6th, Sun in the 10th, and Mars in the 11th bestows respects and dignity. Stavra Yoga, strong Jupiter and Venus in Lagna bestows all welfare and joy. Vijayam Yoga, dignified Jupiter, Venus, Mercury in Lagna is the queen of all Shubha Yogas. Jiva Yoga, strong Jupiter and Mercury in Lagna with Venus in Kendra makes the marriage very successful. Jimot Yoga, dignified Jupiter and Mercury in Lagna, the marriage is auspicious. See, the crux of the whole thing is malefics in 3, 6, 10, and 11, and benefics strongly placed. This is the crux of all these yogas. Then we have the 21 doshas to be applied for marriage. What are the 21 doshas? Panchanga Shuddhi, Udaya Ashta Shuddhi, Surya not in Sandhi Rasi, avoid malefic Shadvargas, Venus in 6th, Mars in the 8th, Gandanda dosha, Khatri dosha, Moon in the 6th, 8th, 12th house, Ashtamalakana, Yutti dosha, Rashi dosha, Vishagati. Each, there are many nakshatra, Tidiga Vishagati, Lagna Vishagati. Dushta Muhurta. You have different Muhurtas are there. So those must not be there. Var Dosha. The Var Lord must not be malefic. Karjut Dosha. Each I will explain in detail. This will be all this will be in detail. I'm just giving you what ought to be avoided. What is Karjur? What is Utpata? Utpata afflicted nakshatra. Utpata is certain nakshatras from sun are afflicted. You must not choose this as the Muhurta nakshatra. Veda is again the same. Certain planets in certain signs from a thing causes Veda. Conjunction with malefics, malefic Navamsa, Vaidriti and Vyatipada yogas. 10 important doshas in marriage muhurta. These 10 doshas must be, apart from this, at least this Latta, Pada, Yutti, Veda, Bhana, Mrityu, Kranti, Samya, Dagdati. This, at least these 10 must be avoided. All this I will be talking. What is Latta, what is Pata, Yutti, Veda, Bhana, Mrityu. Dagda will all come detail part of class. Here all initial introductions, first 2-3 classes only be based on what are these. First, you need to know the rudimentary basics of all this. Only then if you can apply. But I'm just giving you what are these. Each are part of the class. Okay, this okay, we shall go into some. I think there are some doubts. Then I'll go into practical classes. You can ask me doubts now.
So this last line here,
yes, sir.
10 doshas must be strictly followed. Would it mean that these 10 doshas must be strictly avoided? Or
no, that's the meaning, to be avoided. So there are 21 doshas. So in case you're not able to follow 21, there are at least these 10 at least must be followed. Follow in the sense, what is it, exclusion or inclusion. Mostly they're negative, so it must not be employed.
Okay.
So this must be too exhaustive for you. Just for a marriage, is there? I think abroad nobody sees Christian, Muslim, nothing. They just blindly fix. I have my daughter whose friend is getting married on Sunday in Raukal in my Margasirisha month. So no comments. So what I say, but then are there so many roles to be fixed? But this is what the classics have mentioned. This is how, and it's very easy now. You have a computer. One moment you put everything comes before your eyes. So within 5-10 minutes. Even for 6, maximum it takes me 1 hour to see 6 months muhurta when you have the computer before. Imagine what I say, these calculations on a book, Panchanga, which is only calculated for a city. I'm sitting and fixing for Delhi, or I'm fixing somebody, what I say, in US. Oh, it's everything now, any part of the city, anything, all these rules, everything is there available in most computers. You can easily fix it. So it is more easier to apply the rules than any other time. See, maybe you'll not match. The matching is another big headache. What I say, you have not done the matching properly, or it's a love marriage. After time, it's a love marriage, or okay, it is a mismatched horoscope. At least fix the muhurta. This is only in your hand. The only free will in your hand is a muhurta. What to say? At least fix a good muhurta. So this is, understand the roles. You can't fix all these roles, but understand which is the most important, which you will have to give important. When aura, when dogati, when lagna, when malefics, when there are very malefic, Vyatipata, Vaivriti, Ashtami, all these are very bad. So certain things are very, very bad. And when they all coincide together, it can become very, very bad. So you must know when it is very, very bad, when it is very good, or when it is not so bad. So all this you must understand the muhurta basics strongly. Most of the time, it is not what I say. I can never myself give a perfect muhurta to anybody. It is just when they come and ask me, how much can I reduce? And the biggest problem is when they come and ask, I'll fix a lagna based on all these rules. They'll come and tell me, sir, you fixed in Saturn aura. The priest has told me, why is fixing? It will be better, good and Shukra aura marriages will be good. I would have kept Jupiter well, Shukra well, Sthira Lagna, Navamsa well, Tregana well. I would have seen all these rules. But Saturn, I would have put it in the 5th or 9th in own sense. So I didn't mind Saturn aura. The priest will tell me, what I say, Saturn aura is not good for marriage. Only go ask your astrologer to fix in Shukra aura and come. If you fix in Shukra aura, Shukra will be in the 6th, 8th house. Or the Lagna Shuddhi will go. So all this middle of the night, I've seen, I fixed a marriage muhurta 6 months back. Previous night, they are coming to me and saying, the priest said, it is a bad aura. You have fixed it in a bad aura. It is not good for marriage. After all these rules of fixing a rule, what to say. Furthermore, some people only understand hora or Chaugadya Muhurta. It is a good Chaugadya Muhurta. That's why blindly get married. We don't understand how many rules are there, how many factors to be seen to keep Jupiter, Tribala Shuddhi, Jupiter, Shukra, Lagna, Chandra Shuddhi must be there. It should be good for the boy, should be good for the Tara Bala from the girl, Tara Bala from the boy. From the boy's Lagna, it must not be 6, 8, 12. From the girl's chart, it must not be in 6, 8, 12. The Tara Bala for both. How can you fix a Muhurta? It's practically impossible. But it is how much you can bring, practically you can do it will be the art of marriage. Every other Muhurta is not as strong as good at this. Maybe you can, next Muhurta, which is very important, will be a Graha Pravesh. You can take a Graha Pravesh, you can see. Okay, even another very good Muhurta is a Caesarean. Caesarean, you can't see Panchanga Shuddhi. Even Kala Lagna Shuddhi only see. Planned Graha Shuddhi and Lagna Shuddhi you have to see. But in marriage, if you have the time, you want to save a marriage, you want married life, you want the whole dysentery with good children, everything to do. It's very important. Understand so many rules are there. I've keeping the north rule, south rule. There are certain things. Some people say it's certain rules are not only to be applied in Assam. Some people in this part of the world. All these, many of the rules will be there. Okay, you can ask me your doubts. So it is very important to first, to engulf you with the ocean of Muhurta. And then ask you the question. Oh, there will be some local rules also for you all, no? So you ask me. I'll give you 3 example charts also and said how the marriage, when it is not proper, practical charts I will show you. Before that, any doubts you'll have? In your place, how you all what is important? How do you all fix? Down south, I've seen, how they fix the marriage. Good hora. Okay, it is already given in the Panchang, Muhurta day. So Muhurta is taken. In that day, Venus will be combust or Jupiter will be combust. That is not seen. Okay, a good hora is seen and it is fixed. It will be given in the calendar, auspicious time. What is auspicious time is? Without Rahukal, Yamagandam, when a Shubha hora comes, that is auspicious time. It can have it can be during Saturn and Lagna, Rahu and Lagna. That is not necessary. This is how in Panchanga it will be given. 90% of all Hindu marriages, this is how they do. Nobody knows how to fix a Muhurta. I'm giving you the secret of how to fix a Muhurta first. Base by base. Panchanga Shuddhi, Kala Shuddhi, Lagna Shuddhi, Graha Shuddhi, with all the basic other planetary position, how to fix. I think you'll take knowledge and then I think the rate of marriage breaking is going very, very bad. So you will get the knowledge and fix. You don't know what most of the charts are coming very bad. I do not know. 30 years back, I've seen people with strong horoscopes. Now everybody is having bad Venus, bad Mars, or even if it is strong, they don't know how to handle it. So a very good Muhurta is very, very important. Yeah. But nobody's asking doubts. Nobody will ask me a doubt. Don't we need to see a good aura? What is Dogati? What is Dohara? Raukala, Yamaganda? There are so many Velas. Vela itself, we have a session on what are the different kind of Kala Shuddhis there. So we'll explain, and it's just not Raukala, Yamaganda, Guliga. There is so many other Upagraha Velas are there. There are 5 Upagrahas in the day, in the night. It is 1/8, 1/9. You have a host of things which is you will not understand even in the classics. It's not given properly. But now it is everything available wonderfully in the software. Okay. Let me finish. Maybe I'll take the thing. I'm not going to explain. There is something called, I'll keep it for the class. Engagement. You have to fix some good day, Tithi, day, and Nakshatra. Invitation cards. So you are going to distribute the invitation cards that there is some particular available dates. First entry into husband's house. After marriage, the girl and the boy are entering into the husband's house, or the girl's entering into the boy's house, both together. It is very, very important. They do. First time they eat. There are many other functions are there. There are prior marriage functions when you buy the string, Bangal Sutra, when you buy the engagement ring, when you buy the dress. Many other Muhurtas they will ask. So this is very important. Then you have the consummation, first night of marriage. There are certain rules. What are the rules? When to fix? You have the Panchanga Shuddhi, Lagna Shuddhi, Kala Shuddhi. All these are there. Mostly nowadays it is it's in the night itself. Some people come and ask me, can we do it? Because in the morning it could be nice. Night Ashtami will start off. Can we consummate the marriage in the night once Ashtami starts? Or the bad Tithi Nakshatra will come in the night. So you can wait for 1 or 2 days and have the consummation of marriage. I don't know, nowadays, the fast world, all this can be followed or not. But I'm giving you what the classics have told. Anything initiated in a vibratorily auspicious time will have a very long effect on. This is the secret of Muhurta. Muhurta itself is what I say. When I say the Shiva mantra, no, Kalaya, Kala Rupaya, Kala Darpadamanaya, what I say is beyond time. So this is Kalanyana. This is supposed to be Kalanyana. Muhurta is Kalanyana. It's Kala Surupa, the secret of Kala. You need to know what controls, how his time is controlled is very, very important. See, there are two aspects of astrology. One is the predictive astrology. One is the Muhurta astrology. Muhurta is a different aspect. Predictive astrology is different. So predictive astrology, what happened already we are predicting, but here we are controlling what is to be happen. So it's a totally different fact. Then first cooking by bride, first entry to husband's house. All these are there, part of a marriage muhurta. I'll give you a marriage example muhurta. See this particular chart. See, this is the chart which married divorce happen immediately. So you just look at the marriage chart. It's Scorpio Lagna, Kedu Lagna. So I think you'll understand this. Saturn, Rahu in the 7th house with Mars, Sun, Jupiter in the 9th house. You can also look at the Navamsa. Navamsa again, Saturn, Moon, Rahu. So planetary Graha Shuddhi is totally bad. Absolutely. You want to see the Panchanga Shuddhi? It is a very good day. Panchanga Shuddhi is very good day. Even the Kala Shuddhi is nice, but it is a Mass Hora. You can see. So in fact, it is not the Kala. Even when the Panchanga Shuddhi was there, the planetary position was bad. It went on to be bad. So it is not just Panchanga Shuddhi is there. It's a Muhurta day. What is called Muhurta day is when the day, Yoga, Karana, all these 5 factors are auspicious. It is supposed to be called a Muhurta day, auspicious day. But if most of the marriages, 90% of all the Hindu marriages happen on a day because it's given the calendar, Panchanga Shuddhi day. But if you do not look into the planetary positions, Panchanga will go for waste. There is a method of linking the Panchanga factors into the Graha Shuddhi. There is another technique. Okay, so this is how you can see. This is a particular software where I have this is the Panchanga Shuddhi, this is the Kala Shuddhi, here you have the Graha Shuddhi. So it is a Vedic day is Wednesday, the Tithi is Dashami Sukla Paksha, the star is auspicious, the Rasi is auspicious, it is a Varyana Yoga, Taitilya Karana. The only thing is Mas Hora is bad, it's a Shubha Panchanga. There is one method of what a Shubha Panchanga is, a Lagna, star, and with 3 other factors, it will give one thing called Panchaka. I will be learning in class. The Dogati is also auspicious. So even though the Panchanga Shuddhi is good, the planetary position is bad. Because the 7th and 8th, the most, Shukra is also good, Moon is also good, but Lagna as malefic, 7th and 8th is afflict. Okay, this is another marriage, sexual incompatibility leading to divorce after 7 years. The husband was a gay. Okay, getting married to a gay guy, the girl, I don't know what to do. She didn't break the marriage of 7 years, she was just waiting. So imagine the Muhurta getting married to a important guy, not a gay, I'm sorry, it's an important guy. Look at the thing. It will be available when you're going, when a marriage is happening to an incompetent guy, what will be the marriage Muhurta? Look at the chart. Moon, Jupiter is nice, 7 years lasted. 8th house Mars is sitting on there. Shukra is combust, sitting with Sun and Ketu. You can look at the Navamsa. First, now the Lagna, Navamsa Lagna is in 6th from the D1 Lagna, and Rahu and Sun are in the 8th house. Jupiter has gone weak. Shukra is Nicha. You can see all the affliction in D1 and D9. If you want to see the actual chart, see it is a Friday. Most of the Panchanga Shuddhi is auspicious, except the yoga is bad. It is Saturn Hora, it is Vishagatti, it is a Varavela. These are all different factors which will appear. The planetary position I showed you. So it is a weak chart. So though the Panchanga Shuddhi is there, partially afflicted Kala Shuddhi, the Graha Shuddhi and Lagna Shuddhi is very bad. They see some astrologers fixed up Jupiter, Moon in Lagna. Jupiter, they immediately thought Jupiter, Moon, Lagna, it's auspicious. Though Pisces is such an auspicious Lagna, but Shukra afflicted in D1 and D9, Mars in the 8th house. Anybody wants to comment? You can comment now on the particular chart. Anybody wants to say anything? What? Everybody is very silent on Muhurta. Okay. See, there's another marriage. There's another which, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, Sudarshanji. Yes, you can talk. Tell me, sir.
You can unmute Sudarshanji.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Sir, I wanted to understand the Saturn and Mars are aspecting each other in both Rashi and
This one. Yeah.
yeah.
In that
Mars,
2 and 8.
that contradicting anything because Mars is generally a karaka for spouse and for
No,
ladies,
that
right?
see that is for natal predictive astrology is different. When it comes to marriage, Mars is actually, according to a story, though there are some Puranas which gives Mars as married and having 2 wives. Generally, if you take me, Mars is supposed to be a bachelor. In many other classics, I almost believe that. Though some Puranas giving Mars as Bhumi as, but some 2 people, wives are given. But I almost understand Mars has, because Mars in any of the marriage also, it will spoil marriage. So I don't think he's married. He's a bachelor. So Mars in 7th and 8th in Muhurta chart, it is different. And Mars and Saturn mutually aspect. So slightly you have to interpret not the usual natal horoscope prediction. So Mars being very strong also in Muhurta is not very good. And exalted Mars also is not very good. So Mars in the 8th and Shukra in the 6th is supposed to be the worst Muhurta aspects. So you never fix Mars in the 7th or 8th or Shukra in the 6th house. Even 12th house Shukra is okay. 6th house Shukra or 7th house Shukra is very, very bad. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So this another one particular marriage, which look at the marriage. Kedu in the 7th house. Keep Rahu and Kedu in Lagna and keeping a marriage, imagine. What to say? And you have the you have Shukra in Nicha. Look at the Navamsa. I've always seen in marriage, if you are fixing marriage, the Navamsa Lagna will be 12 to 14 minutes. What to say? If you only, it's not the D1, even the Navamsa should be good. So I always think it's not just 2 hours Lagna is enough. Till Navamsa, it should be auspicious. Trigana will be for 45 minutes. Navamsa will be 12 to 14 minutes. So whatever consummates the marriage, what I say, let's say if it is the Mangal Sutra, or some people for each culture has different, what you call as the completion of marriage. So that particular aspect must be in the correct auspicious muhurta. In down south, it is Mangal Sutra. In Andhra, I think they tie something on the head. That is the marriage. And I think in some, it is Saptapadi. You walk 7 steps around the fire. So that auspicious is whatever is considered as the most, the finishing completion of marriage, let that happen in also in an auspicious Navamsa related to the birth chart. See, let's see the Panchanga factors for this. See, it is a Friday. Anuradha Nakshatra, moon is Nicha in the 12th house. You keep a Muhurta with moon and Nicha in the 12th house, 7th Lord in the 12th house. Shukra Nicha, Moon Nicha, Shukra Nicha for a marriage Muhurta. Imagine 7th house Ketu. How will the marriage last? See, so I've just given you an example. Even though the Panchanga Shuddhi is there, even see, it's a very good Guru Hora, Shubha Panchanga, everything is there, but the Graha Shuddhi is bad. For small, see, when to use Graha Shuddhi, for small matters, just an Panchanga Shuddhi is there. For, I've seen Ashtami, I've seen some marriages happening in Ashtami. I waited and saw what happens. Only on the day of the marriage, it is bad. It rains, nobody comes to the marriage, or there's no electricity, it goes. So the marriage happens in great difficulty, but the married life is nice. But if the Graha Shuddhi is bad, the marriage will not last. The longevity, the Panchanga Shuddhi is more for when marriage is happening, what are the auspicious harmonious factors. But the Graha Shuddhi is very important for life. So both are necessary. We can't have a marriage in an unpleasant state of affairs. I fixed, in fact, I have a particular muhurta when during Corona time, there was Sun and Saturn combining together. I will never fix marriage when Sun and Saturn are together, Saturn and Mars are together. Generally, you will see strikes happening. And suddenly there is a lockdown, all these problems will happen. In my experience, I've seen. So when you have these major planets in a month, what is Sun and Saturn combining together, or Mars and Saturn combining together, Mars and Rahu, Mars and Ketu, don't fix a muhurta. Why it happens is, what you can put it in the Muhurta chart in 6, 8, 12 and make it auspicious. But something really bad happens for the country or the world at large. There's a national mourning, there is a lorry strike, anything, there is 3-day bandh, 4-day bandh, or some big havoc will happen. And that the marriage may not happen. I had one particular thing one day when Jupiter went to Adichara in Corona time. So there was a particular person asking me to fix the marriage. I said it is Adichara and Sun and Saturn combination is there. This 2-3 months avoided. No, they're coming from the US. Only during May month it will come. Marriage has to be fixed. We are the northern. Told him Adichara combination. No, we have to fix. We just fix a good Lagna. He knows astrology very well. So he just fixed it. So we fixed a Lagna. The marriage couldn't happen. Corona, lockdown. Nobody can come from US to India at all. 1 year they couldn't keep it. So this all must be kept in marriage. It's not the Muhurta. It is very important. Certain planetary positions, you might have something, a heavy rain. We know November, December in certain, there are certain times untimely rains or there is a strike. All this will happen, the mundane events will happen when you have this dangerous combination. I can put them in good for the Muhurta for the boy or girl. But marriage will not happen, or marriage will happen with great difficulty. So don't fix marriage with Sun, Saturn, Mars, Rahu, Ketu, Sun with Rahu, Ketu. Avoid these times to fix, especially a marriage Muhurta. It's very, very important. I will take some doubts. You can ask me now. What are the doubts?
Sir, you had mentioned Sun, Saturn, right? In any way, they should not be connected, right? So, or only conjunction is to be avoided.
Conjunction or mutual opposition, mostly conjunction, especially very, very close. You see, it is not bad for a Muhurta. See, in a Muhurta, I can keep them in the 3, 6, 10 and 11. So for a Muhurta, I can make them auspicious. For the Muhurta Lagna, it can be auspicious. So it's not going to be bad. But I've always seen some unforeseen events will happen when this combination is there. Especially I'm fixing a marriage Muhurta and suddenly there is a politician died. Or there is a rain or there is a lorry strike. Suddenly, in India, what happens? 4 days lorry strike and so many unforeseen will happen. You can always predict unforeseen happens when these planets are combining. So why do you have to fix, even if it's a good Muhurta for the bride and thing, as for the nation, these combinations are very sensitive. You can go ahead and check up in the in the solar lunar year horoscope for the country and also do. If you can understand that do, but that you must know how to look at the Muhurta for the country and all that. But at least basics. Avoid Muhurta on major volatile conjunctions. It is very, very, very important that you have to see. Yeah. Can tell me any other doubts? So there's 3 parts. It's Panchanga Shuddhi, but you must know how to employ the Panchanga Shuddhi. The Kala Shuddhi, I've not still given an introduction. That is so huge in Kala Shuddhi itself. It will be in full class for 3-hour session on what is Kala Shuddhi. There are some more factors also. Like even Dogati, Brahaspati Muhurta, Bhargava Muhurta, many other Muhurtas are there. So this will all form part of which is the most important, which to be taken, which not to be taken. So that's such a big introduction and lesson is necessary. And understanding Panchanga Shuddhi itself is a very big thing. Rohini is very good. Thursday is very good. But Rohini and Thursday joined together, it is Smaran Yoga. So sometimes a Tithi is very auspicious, but on a combination, a Tithi on a certain day can be very bad. Today is a very, very auspicious day. Morning it was Vaikunta Ekadasi, Rohini Nakshatra, followed by, and on a Friday. So all 3 very powerful factors. So in a nice, good Lagna, should have been very nice. In a marriage Muhurta, Shukra must be strong, Jupiter must be strong, Lagna must be strong, Moon must be strong. So there are some factors. Tribala Shukti. What is Tribala Shukti? When Jupiter, Moon. For each Muhurta, certain Karagatvam is very important. What is for a business Muhurta, what is important? For a Progeny Muhurta, what is important? For each one, that Karagatvam is very important. Certain basics are there. So you must know these very much. And the art of it's not fixing a good day. You cannot get a good day. So it is 50% only you can get. In the available day, these people are pushing you to do which is the best day you can give and get a Lagna. That's the expertise of the astrology. 2 months, next month, we fixed up, sir, when to do the marriage. They'll come and ask. Within 2-3 months, we will have to fix a day. I look at it, it'll be looking, oh, my Jupiter's retrograde, Shukra is going to Nicha, until say 5 days later, you get Shukra will get out of Nicha. It'll be in the Taurus, that time you get married. Now you can see Shukra is going to be 4 months exalted. Shukra is 45 days only in a Rasi. Now Shukra is going to be exalted with Rahu. Oh. Imagine a Muhurta with Shukra exalted with Rahu. It's always very good. I always ask people when they come and so when to plan for marriage. When Shukra is in exaltation, own sign, both is own sign, I'll ask them to get married. Preferably Jupiter is also very placed. People will come for us. I have a lot of Brahmin friends, Upanayana. They'll ask me Upanayana. I will tell them, the close friends, wait for Jupiter to get exalted. Jupiter to go to come to Dhanush or Pisces. Then do the Upanayana. These three signs wait. These people will say, no, my Purohit said odd years, even years, odd years, it's good to have Upanayana. Or Guru Bala must be there. No, let Jupiter give an Upanayana when Jupiter is extremely very strong for the year. Then fixed sun must be very, very strong. Then moon must be strong. Then the Gayatri initiation on a good Lagna. So this is it's very, very. So each Muhurta, you understand the Muhurta, then you can do share marketing also. You understand it properly, when to buy shares, when to sell shares. All these are all secrets. In fact, it's not only this, we'll be teaching Shashtiyams also. Muhurta with Shashtiyams also is part of the class. When to use Shashtiyamsa moon for Muhurta. There is something called Shashtiyamsa moon and Muhurta. Because Shashtiyamsa moon moves one Rasi in 20 minutes. In normal Rasi, the moon moves 2.25 days. But when you take Muhurta based on Shashtiyamsa, every 20 minutes one Rasi moves. So you so sensitively and based on the Shashtiyamsa Devata, Shashtiyamsa moon, also we can fix Muhurta also. This is very important for share market. So this will all be part of the class, how to use Shashtiyamsa also for Muhurta.
Sounds intriguing and interesting also at the same time.
This is one of my passion. Muhurta is in passion. I've been doing a lot of research. Kala Prakasika, I have one book. What is it? There's some very strange rules. In each book has some rare points. So working. Every time I fix a Muhurta, I wait for the outcome of the result. Fix a Muhurta and suddenly I can predict. When looking at the chart, the Lagna goes as well. I know when the marriage will last, how long it will last. I still have marriages with 3 malefics in the 7th house with getting married in Mars. Or I was telling my wife, this will not, it'll last 1 month, I told them. They all shouted at me, they're getting married and trying the holy string. Don't say anything negative. This is the Muhurta strength. This is long back, 25 years back. Marriage lasted just 1 month. So that's the effect of Muhurta. So even though, what is the couple's chart? This matching is done. That is, then you have done a big puja, your big homa is done, Agni homa, Vihurtam homa, everything is done. But if the time is not, Muhurta is not auspicious, everything will go for waste. So important is fixing a Muhurta. So you need to go to a competent astrologer and then, fix the Muhurta. Yes, Sanjeev ji.
Yes, sir. Normally in our area also people do select the Muhurta, like for Vivah and everything. But that is a general observation, but that, the timing the Purohit normally gives or Jyotish normally gives. Hardly it is get maintained by any family. Nowadays especially. That what is called that Vivah for any that particular matter, important activity for that matter, sankalp has to be done in that particular Muhurta.
Engagement itself will have to tell the date.
Vivah sankalp, basically that is the critical. So it has to be done in that particular. Normally I have seen 99% cases it is not happening. Everything like dance, party, everything is.
The worst part of it, what I have seen is, we'll fix a Muhurta and give them, and these people will not follow. 10 minutes after the Muhurta finishes, they get married. They'll go give them last minute, they'll give the sari. The lady will go and fix the sari, and then she will come and put the sari. Fixed it at 6 to 7:30, 7:40, they'll get married. It will go. I've seen this kind of fun also in marriage. And the worst part is 7:30 Ragalam will start. Okay. And this Ragalam is now, this Kala Shuddhi is not based on 6 to 6. So according to the calendar, Ragalam will start, let's say on a Monday, Ragalam 7:30 to 9. So they will say, 7:15, 7:30 Ragalam. So 7:20, the marriage will be there. But if I look at the sunrise on that day, sunrise will be 20 minutes earlier. So Ragalam could have started at 7 o'clock. These people don't know that. And the marriage will get married in Raugal only. One day I told Raugalam is that 7, it's not at 7:30. No. This all you don't teach me. What is it? Raugalam is only 7:30 today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, sir. Ki normally for buying a property or opening up any business, complexes, people normally try to maintain the muhurta, given the
Very, very,
prescribed
very,
muhurta.
very, very important. It's very important when
But
to
for
say
the
there
marriage, normally I'm seeing number one,
are
getting a right muhurta is very difficult, and even then,
spend, you know how much money they spend for marriage. But
yeah,
see
that
how much little
that
time you need to go to an
that is
astrologer,
the
go to
tragedy,
astrologer and
basically.
fix the time. The belief is gone. So what they don't understand how the trust is gone. There is some beautiful science where you can bring after that. You for divorce you spend so much of money, for alimony you spend much, so for compensation you spend money, marriage you spend 50 lakhs. All that will be there. But to go to a proper astrologer and fix a muhurta, these people either don't have faith or they don't have the inclination. When there is some beautiful science where all this can be avoided, 1 crore bad thing with just fixing a good muhurta could have been avoided. So I think you'll get yourself knowledge, but know this subject well. I think then all of you will fix good muhurtas. I think then only then you'll know what mistakes these people are doing. Most, even though the science is there, 90% I'm telling you, throughout India, nobody's fixing a proper muhurta. It's a Panchaga Shuddhi is there, a good hora is there, mostly avoiding Rahukal Yamaganta, maybe in a good hora. This is the only thing marriage is fixed. They don't know whether Shukra is Nicha, Jupiter is Vakara, Jupiter in 6, 8, 12, Lagna Shuddhi, 7th age, 6th age, nothing. They don't know. Maybe Stira Lagna, blind application of Stira Lagna.
Yeah, Lagna
Stira Lagna.
only they pay the attention, basically.
Stira Lagna, but
Yes.
Malefic will be sitting in Stira Lagna or 7th, 8th Malefic, doesn't matter. What I say, Astro Sage told Stira Lagna. Rishabha Lagna is the best Lagna. Stira Lagna. I know many marriages. Why you fixed in Rishabha Lagna? I asked them. It's Stira Lagna. Stira Lagna, you have last time, 2 years back, Rahu was sitting on there, Mars was sitting on there, but it is Stira Lagna.
Rahu is also Stira.
So like that, what it says, see, we don't understand into the basics. Just because in the back of the Panchanga, some rules will be given. How to fix. 7th, 8th, free from malefics, Lagna Shuddhi, means Stira Lagna must be there. So they can easily calculate the Lagna and manually calculate it. That's all. Sometimes you don't know how important is Navamsa Lagna. Navamsa Lagna 6, 8, 12 from the basic Lagna. Navamsa Lagna having 2 malefics, even the Lagna Shuddhi is in the Rasi chart can destroy the marriage. It's very important. So marriage mixing is just not these 2 hours. It must be down to 2 to 12 minutes. Only then, you can assure it is good. So it's very, very important. The divorce courts, when I started astrology in 80s, only 1 court in Chennai. Now you have 3 floors and 4 other courts for divorce courts. 5 people there in my family is advocates, so I know. So this has happened in the last 30 years. Then becomes how important is a marriage muhurta. We don't have the time to go fix, get a prop. That's marriage matching is another thing. At least this is in your hand, fix a good muhurta. Bring down even whatever affliction there is the chart with the muhurta, bring it down by 60-70%. Even there is a sarpadosha in the chart, there is a gujadosha in the horoscope, any other affliction, you are getting married in a bad desa or anything, a good muhurta will keep the marriage safe. So it's very, very important to get married in an auspicious mode, which is in your hands, then you can avoid 1 or 2 crores of loss. So much of you for marriage, just go spend, if you see a good muhurta and fix it, becomes very, very important. And how much are you going to go give an astrologer for a muhurta? Right?
Yeah, that is true.
And how much losses they can avoid, Even an average middle class marriage breaks, it'll go up to 1 crore. Will be the loss which they'll go. And the boy, if it's the boy, he has to pay her for forever. But they don't want to fix a proper muhurta. So it's very important. The marriage muhurta is the most very, very important aspects. Graha Pravesh, okay, you are already running a good time. So you are getting, so it doesn't matter. But marriage muhurta becomes very, very important. Okay, nobody commented so many rules which to follow. It's really confusing. I thought somebody will ask me something like that.
Sir, because this is the new area for us, actually. We have not delved into that area, so we have to really go through that.
But I think all of you all are very sound with the predictive principle. Muhurta, you all are not introduced to Muhurta.
Yeah, not practiced or not gone through them very much.
Actually, there are very, very important. Muhurta and astrology goes together. The Panchanga factors If you leave the Panchanga factors, in fact, the secret of the horoscope in the Panchanga factors. If you look at the horoscope, what is it? What Tithi, what Yoga, what Karana, you must link it to the basic horoscope. There's a big secret in there. Only these 5 factors will dominate the chart. You need not look at the whole chart. One particular Tithi, there is one particular energy working. One particular Karana, one particular. The day Lord will matter. The Yoga will matter a lot. So you just have to focus at with the then keeping that in eye, you'll have to look at the basic horoscope.
So
So
that's that is
very
why
important.
we are here to understand, sir, because Panchanga we have not given that much of the focus.
2 aspects, Panchanga in Muhurta, Panchanga and predictive astrology is 2 different separate sides.
Yeah,
2 different facts. If possible, I will try to simultaneously teach, not part of this class, Panchanga as predictive astrology.
Yeah, kindly touch upon, sir. It's very important.
So, yeah, anybody else? Many are there. Nobody's asking any questions.
Actually, there's it's like this, sir, that we were standing doing nothing, and suddenly you gave so much of information that we are still reeling with that, it's like, in the Matrix, when the villains will shoot the bullets and the guy will go backwards. It's like that you have thrown the bullets at us and we are all going and listening and wondering, okay, there's so much to learn, So,
This is just a startup. Then what is it? In fact, each of these rules itself, I will take 4 classes to give you the basis. Only after that, this marriage muhurta will come. Different muhurtas will come, and slightly each will change. The Vastu part will come a little bit with Vastu rules. When to dig the ground, when to Grah Pravesh, all that will come. Very interesting will be. Mostly everybody is asking, cesarean. Caesarean is not given in any classical text. And anyway, you can't select Panchanga Shuddhi for caesarean. It is only Graha Shuddhi, Lagna Shuddhi, Graha Shuddhi, basics of what I say. Maybe it should not be Chandrashtam for the girl, for the mother. She'll go under undue stress. Avoid Janma Nakshatra of the father, mother, or the inborns. What is the rule? And then what are the basic caesarean factors? Most of the caesarean I've seen. Good Hora. Good Hora. No Ravagala, no Yamaganda. People think, oh, this star is very good. This person, they have their own conception. This star is very good. Dharani alam, no. An Moolam Arsalam. These kind of rules are there. Oh, apply it. Good Hora, it's a good day. Or it's a Muhurta day. It's a Muhurta day. So go have the Lagna baby fixed. It is like that. So there's no fixed rules, but on experience, I've fixed more than hundreds of babies. So how to fix up a caesarean also, we will see. Is it a sin to fix, or can we control it? And all these laws, we will take all those rules. Yeah.
Good.
What happened? Shikha ma'am, still cameras not working.
I think so.
Aruda Lagna is afflicted, I think. Shikha ma'am is Aruda Lagna is afflicted. Video, she's not able to
change my laptop for this.
Must be Aruda Lagna is afflicted, ma'am.
We have to check the chart. Nice session today, sir. And
one question.
Yeah.
The first time the spouse goes to the in-laws place, the girl. That is before marriage or after marriage?
No, after marriage. See, as husband and wife, before marriage, it is just different. No, even that you should see. Like they're coming to see the girl, boy, it's a different thing. But after marriage, they're immediately after from the hall, they'll come into the girls or boys' house, no? So you can't call them. You can't call them in a Raugal, Yamaganda, Saturn or a Mas or it cannot be there, no. It must go during the day. You can't choose. So immediately they have to come. So it is the Kala Shuddhi must be seen. What is the Kala Shuddhi must be seen? Lagna Shuddhi is just that, don't coincide Lagna with the malefic. Lagna and the Mars coinciding, Lagna and Saturn coinciding. That can be seen. Avoid important velas. Maybe the aura you can be seen.
So that also we cannot choose, because at least in our caste, so whenever there is an end of our reception, so
you can take you can't have a big choice, ma'am. Maybe Mass aura is going now. Just when I remember when I got married, I was coming down from outstation. So it was Raugal going on. So we went to the beach, spent some time at the beach. After Raugal, we came to the house. In fact, the house was
because after going to the in-laws house also, there are many rituals that are to be performed by the girl and the family.
You should all plan it accordingly. Then it should be meticulously planned. So when it finishes, so it doesn't coincide with a particular thing. And mostly all these velas after evening, it will not be there.
Achha.
There are some many riders also. Ashtami afternoon, it is not bad. There are many, see, the art of knowing the rules is different. There are certain compromising rules which is also there. Let's say what say Tarabala. There is a rule called bad Tarabala, I have to do something. There is a remedy. We'll be learning in class. What are the remedies when I do something on a bad Tara day? There is some called, Shula, no? Shula day. On a Sunday, I'm traveling to the west. On a Saturday, I'm traveling to the east. It is Shula. The direction lord of the day, opposite direction. If I travel, it is bad. Now, what happens? If I have to travel, what can I do? There is a remedy. So there is something also a remedial part of Muhurta. If I'm not able to do, what is the remedy? That is also part of it. Usually a marriage, in a Brahmin marriage, there is a Nandi, there is an Udaka Shanti done before. So all the doshas of Muhurta is dead. And the previous day, we have the marriage Muhurtas performed. So most of it is all part of the marriage ritual is to remove any other affliction in the Muhurta also. Because you can't fix a spotless Muhurta. Only 60% of the Muhurta is possible. Somewhere 30-40 will be there. The rest has to be done with the remedial measures.
So say suppose we choose a day for whatever reason, say a renovation. And suppose the day is very good and everything, but the Navtara, in the Navtara, it is a Naidana, the seventh star. Then
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, ma'am. The Lagna Shuti is more powerful than the Tarabala. So when to take Tarabala, when to take Lagna Shuti is important. Let's say when moon is associated with Jupiter and Venus in Muhurta, don't worry about the Navatara problem. Like today, moon and Jupiter are conjoined.
Yes.
What is? I'm very sure even the Tarabala is bad. It doesn't matter. So when fix a Muhurta, always moon must be in Kendra, in trine to Jupiter, or in Kendra Kona from Jupiter or Shukra. If both moon, Jupiter, Venus are very, very good, that is always fantastic. So you don't need to worry about Navatara or a bad Hora. Many other will get compensated. So there is something, when everything will be reduced or compromised, that part also is necessary. I will only fix a Muhurta when moon and Jupiter are in mutual trine or in a Kendra. If Venus is also in a Kendra corner from the moon, it will be fun. From the Muhurta moon, it will be fantastic. I'll wait for like this full year, moon and Jupiter combines in Mrigasirisha or Rohini Nakshatra. It's very auspicious. Kirtika is not an auspicious nakshatra, but Rohini and Mrigasirisha auspicious nakshatra. It is, and moon is joining with Jupiter. All the major muhurtas, I only give it up. Then there are other big important muhurtas, Sadhe Tin muhurtas. I think you all know about Sadhe Tin muhurtas, no? Akshay Tridiya, Vijayadashmi, then the bright half of Kartika. All there are some 3.5 muhurtas which are there, which nothing you need not see major. On a Vijayadashmi, you don't need to see major other roads. On Akshay Tridiya, you don't need to see major other roads. Most because of the power of the day. So this we'll be learning all these Sadhe Tin Muhurtas, every other concept in and out of all Muhurta concepts, which you can never find in any books, I will teach you. I've done a lot big research. We will go into the foundations of all the Muhurtas.
I request all the participants to and viewers also, those who are viewing this in the YouTube, to participate in this course for getting further knowledge or improvement in their astrological pursuits. And today's discussion was just a trailer, teaser, sneak peek, and what we call as, surfing on the top of the ocean called Astrology and Muhurta. So I request all of you to participate and be a part of this course and to learn from William sir in a live setting rather than just listening to the recordings. And on that note, I think we will end the session, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. And if there is any doubts regarding the session timing and all those details, you can contact Shikha ji and she will guide you. So I request all of you to subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon in case if you want to get the updates as and when these are being released to the members. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, Shikha ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Kishorji. Thank you, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this session. And this is one of the best course. I was doing half of Muhurta, how to do. Rest I learned from Sir in his previous classes. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.